So if you could get anyone...
Hold on. Bugsy Malone. Money on the map. Versus Chipmunk.
Oh.
I need that clash. I need to see it live in the flesh.
Live in the flesh, yeah, it'll be hard. But I swear they.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I swear they're cool now.
None the wiser podcast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. None the wiser podcast. The podcast crew. None the wiser podcast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. None the wiser podcast.
Straight.
Either way, blood. It's not the wiser. Episode what? 3?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I gotta address this because I made this Instagram story post, yeah, about the hummus, bro.
I saw it.
You know what? Yeah, I've never tasted such nasty hummus in my life.
Where's it from?
It was from Asda, and
Sometimes.
it was. I thought because it said olive hummus, innit?
Olive.
It said olive hummus, but I thought it was just like, you know, the olive oil on top of the hummus.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
They made you
Because bare hummus has olive oil on it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool.
Like normal. I said £1.50. I was like, alright, cool. Let me just grab this hummus. Bro, I've come to taste it today. It's like they've basically blended the green olives into the hummus, bro.
Oh wow.
And it was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, because when I saw that video, I thought you was gonna do a comparison of that and Mr. Dips, bro.
No,
Or something.
Nah, you can't compare it to this.
No, of course you can't.
Yeah.
But that's what I thought he was about to do. You know? I was like saying, oh no, this looks sketchy still. Like I don't know.
No, bro, the hummus weren't even the right colour. That's how I knew.
Bruv, you know what it is? I could just tell by the label it's dead, fam.
Yeah, so
I could just tell.
bro.
Let me just get a label of this.
Olives
It's
are-
cheap. You
olives-
cheap label.
I don't trust that label. It's
You know what
not
I'm saying?
designed correctly.
Oh, trust the way you look, cuz staying away from you.
No, but that's true. Looks mean everything. But at the same time, I don't know. To me, it looked legit, innit? Like, you know what I mean?
Some things are some things don't look good, but they are legit. But I got, what did I get the other day? Cocoa Pops.
Yeah.
But they weren't Cocoa Pops.
It was
They were
Cocoa
like-
Snaps.
Yeah, something like that, bruv. But when I tell you, bruv, yeah, they made the milk chocolate more chocolate than fucking Cocoa Pops, bruv.
You know what I came to find out? Sugar Puffs is not called Sugar Puffs anymore.
Swear down.
It's called Honey Puffs.
Since what?
It's
Honey
called
Puffs?
Honey Puffs.
How is Honey Puffs better?
It's not better. Because what it is, I think they wanted to get away from the whole sugar thing. But the thing is, at the same time, they ruined the cereal.
What they did honey instead of was it always honey?
Yeah, but this is the thing. The taste didn't just change. The actual texture of the puff.
What?
No,
changed.
bruv, that's what's
So what have
good
they
about
done?
That's the
half
thing.
the thing.
Exactly.
So they supplemented the sugar for honey.
Yeah,
Why?
allegedly.
Why?
It's all
I need to
sugar
know.
anyway. But at the same time,
That's my
I think
point. I need to know why.
Yeah.
Just keep the sugar, bruv. Why you changing
they're
things
trying to
after so long?
run games on people,
Yeah,
innit?
bro. I don't know, innit?
But it doesn't work because now you've ruined your puff.
You ruined the puff, mate.
It's honey sugar puffs. Like when I remember,
Yeah.
like back in the day, they were sick, bro.
Yeah,
I could eat
They
like
were
a whole
hard,
pot of it,
Yeah,
bro.
It was
I'm
so
talking
hard,
mixing bowl.
Yeah.
Mixing bowl
Word.
full
But
of
now,
sugar puffs.
bro, I was biting into it. It's like I was biting into like apple seeds, bro.
Oh no.
It's like had resistance.
It's got
And
the
I was
fresh
like,
grain
what's
in there
going
and
on here?
Oh no.
There's resistance in the puff.
Fam, you know what I bought, fam? I bought some Reebok Craves, fam.
Reebok craze.
Yeah, I bought Reebok
What was
Craves.
it called?
fam.
Hunger.
I can't remember, fam. I can't remember,
Hunger
fam.
squares.
Hunger strikes, fam. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember, fam. When I tell you I bit into it, fam, it was the driest thing ever, fam.
Oh, where did you get it
was
from,
so,
though?
Fam, you're selling Cocoa Pops in a fake Craves bottle. Cuz.
Oh, okay. Are these the little ones?
No.
Okay.
No,
cool,
they
cool,
weren't.
cool,
I think they were in Tesco's.
cool. Okay.
Bro, I
Yeah,
bit
you
into
know
it.
what?
I was like, get away from me, bro.
Lidl stuff is
Disappointment.
underrated. Lidl's actually has good cereal.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I don't know if you might eat it, but I eat muesli, innit?
Yeah,
Nah,
music's
I
No,
don't
no.
like music.
Yeah,
bro.
The
Muesli.
Lidl's muesli is bad.
Mm.
It is, bro, best muesli I've ever
good.
had.
Yeah.
It is
Alpen's
bad.
pretty nice.
It is. I don't rate it.
No.
No, you're dry, cuz.
It's
Alpen's dry. There's no moisture within it.
dry.
There's no moisture within it. It's
No,
very
there is
dry,
none.
fam.
Yeah. It's a chore to eat sometimes, especially if you're not mixing it in. I like to use honey and I like to add the little, you know what I'm saying,
But the
little bit of banana.
tiggy liddles.
Yeah. I haven't tried it still, man.
Yeah,
I do like this because the cereal thing. Cause where the lactose situation.
That's why I like
nuts.
to have muesli. Like I like that
Yeah.
fiber base. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like.
yeah.
But yeah, it's bad.
Muesli does not do anything for me.
Nah.
It's
I
filling.
hate it. I don't want raisins,
the
man.
thing is with the one in Lidl,
I
yeah,
don't want raisins
I
in the
like
morning.
raisins, cuz I can't lie. I like
Yeah,
all that
raisins
shit,
good.
fam.
Reason's good.
Dried apricot. You know what I'm saying? Fucking dried mango. You mad?
Oh,
Dried
mango.
apricot?
Yeah.
Are you mad?
What's wrong with you, man?
Huh?
In the morning?
No, not in the morning.
That's
not
trying to be
necessarily in the
regular
morning.
with the shits and that.
Nah,
Bruv,
man.
I don't eat it every day, bruv, but I like to keep a fiber base in my diet, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
So I'll have it maybe like, I don't know, like 3 times a week.
That's cool, man.
Something like that.
But the way, I don't know, bro. I just don't want like raisins in the morning, man. I really want raisins.
When is the appropriate time to eat raisins?
When you're desperate.
When you eat raisins.
You eat raisins when you're desperate.
Yo, there is not, fam. You can eat raisins whenever, fam.
Them little
Nah,
boxes.
man.
Little
Yeah,
boxes.
fam,
Listen,
you know
that
they
was
were
alright.
renting, fam.
You know, in
what I'm saying?
primary school.
Them boxes are hard, fam.
Yeah, you used to get that in primary
Yeah, that's
school.
lunchtime.
Do you know what I mean?
There's
Them
lunchtime.
quick little snacks, fam.
With the lady on it.
Yeah, with the little lady on it.
Yeah, they were alright. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
nah.
What's appropriate breakfast then?
Breakfast, man.
Food.
I like
Bruv,
scrambled egg.
I'll eat rice in the morning.
Do you know what?
don't
I love
care.
eggs and that in the morning.
Mm,
I
yeah,
don't
eggs.
like to bang out fried food in the morning, fam.
I can't lie. If I've got Chinese leftover, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's me.
It depends.
Straight
I
up.
can't. It depends on the day. If I'm working, I can't, fam. I
was
can't do
the
it, fam.
worst. I'm the worst when it
I
comes
can't
to
do
that.
it.
When you're tired, man, get that lag after you
Nah,
eat.
do you know what it is, bruv? My hunger don't really kick in the mornings. Probably until about 9,
I'm the same.
9,
Yeah.
10ish maybe. It can stretch to, and then boom, like I'll get a decent breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, man. I just
Bunny.
can't deal with.
I can vary my breakfast though.
In the morning, my standard thing is scrambled egg or omelette or something like that.
You know what's bad?
I like to.
You know what's bad? I do York bagel with cream cheese, a bad smoked salad.
See, smoked salmon. I can only eat that with something crunchy
That's
Right.
why
You
you.
know,
That's
the
why you
texture,
toast the
yeah.
bagel.
because it's so
Toast the
soft.
bagel,
That
fam. You get the
mouthfeel.
crisp in the.
Yeah, you toast the
fam.
bagel. Cool. Say no
I
more.
might have a dry bagel, fam.
You know what I'm saying? I thought he's gonna eat with the soft bagel.
Smoked salmon with a bit of dill, some scrambled eggs, maybe a
Bruv,
sourdough toast in the
It's
morning.
bad, and I don't feel bad for eating.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad.
What?
Yeah,
what
it's-
sounds-
Certain
it's
breakfast,
expensive
certain,
though, man.
Certain
It
breakfast, I'll
is.
go calf sometimes, brother, and I'll eat something, bruv. Yeah, and I'm just like, you ain't made me feel good, cuz. You haven't. I may have wanted it in the moment, but after it's done, I'm like,
That's how I
Nah,
actually
fam.
calculate whether I'm gonna eat something now. You know,
how it makes you feel.
how I'm gonna feel afterwards.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
right,
agree.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the same.
Because
I'm the same.
I know right now the McDonald's saver menu might sound good, but I know afterwards I'm gonna.
Do you know what it
feel
is? I'm
terrible.
trying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I think. I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna feel after,
Mm.
and the benefits to my body it will give me after.
This is the
You know what I'm
thing.
saying?
Where I work, there's nothing around. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So you got Greg's.
That's what I've
Do you know
got.
what I'm saying?
Well, eggs is
Eh,
like,
what? Yeah,
it's the
I
go-to.
got Greg's, I got D&D's, I got Morley's, Co-op, and I'm sick of all of them, fam.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you
we
can't have
get-
Morley's
yeah.
every
After
day.
a while,
You
fam.
can't have Greg's every. That's pastry. That's
Yeah.
fried
I
chicken.
got bare calves
chips.
as well, like round my bit. Like,
Fried
like,
egg.
bro.
Bruv, calves are a rip-off.
And
calves
Co-op's
are the
expensive
biggest
now,
rip-off.
bruv. Co-op's expensive
Now,
now.
it's always been expensive, bro.
Yeah, maybe I got
Listen,
more broke now.
calves are the biggest rip-off. Don't go to a calf. I'm sorry. I can't deal with calves. I went into a calf. I asked them for scrambled egg. They said, how many eggs? That's when I knew it was the wrong choice.
How many eggs?
That's when I knew it was
What?
the wrong choice.
Are you
dare
charging
you.
me per egg? cuz?
Exactly.
dare you.
It's like 80p
Let me
an
see
egg.
your food hygiene.
I want 4
wanna-
eggs.
li-
On top of that, hold on. 4 eggs. How much is that now? £1, £3, whatever. Nearly basically £4, whatever,
Allow me.
for 4 eggs. Do you know how many packs of eggs I could
So,
get
you
for
know you
£4?
gotta get the toast. Yeah, you need the bits.
I could have got like 30 eggs.
Mm.
And then on top of that, I went to eat. It was dry. and it had shells in it.
It was dry.
Wait, the scrambled egg was dry.
Dry?
How? How do you dry a scrambled
It
egg?
was dry.
Wait, it was scrambled egg.
Yeah.
So it's overcooked.
Hold on. Overcooked scrambled egg,
Oh.
and it had
Bruv,
shells in
if
it.
we had the camera, the disgust on my face
Disgust.
is real.
Yeah, because now, how do you mess up scrambled egg? You
How
know
do
what
you
it is,
dry
yeah?
it?
First of all,
You should have asked him.
I learnt my scrambled egg from Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
a base recipe.
Because I watched
Legit.
his thing, yeah, and the way he does it, he warms up the pan gradually.
Yeah.
So you
That's
can get
it,
the right
that's
consistency
it.
that you
That's
want.
it.
It's a
Otherwise, the
gradual-
oil will start to like burn, kind of.
Slow
You don't wanna just throw it in
coagulation,
That's
I
what it
guess,
is.
the
That's what it
technical-
is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just blitzed it. You know what I'm
Do you know
saying?
they had straight away? They had the hottest frying pan, bro.
Yeah, just
straight away,
alright,
and they
cool. I'm not even gonna
slapped
check
it
the
in.
Trying to get it
shells.
done quick.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
what it is.
throwing the
Yeah,
eggs
that's
on
what
the
it is.
pan.
That's what it is.
Louder eggs.
I'm in your shop
Let
merely
them cook.
through convenience, bruv.
Yeah, and it took
You're
them time
there.
as well.
There's nothing else around. You're my last resort.
Literally, my
You know what
last
I'm
resort.
saying?
I've never bought scrambled egg from a cafe ever,
You know what I'm saying?
and you ruined it for
The
me.
first time eating scrambled egg in a cafe and you ruined it.
No seasoning. You didn't even put a little bit of like ground pepper on
No,
there.
I'm
like.
done.
It was straight just scrambled egg.
Bruv.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, what you said, no salt,
No salt,
no pepper.
Go away.
no pepper. Pepper's the most important thing. Forget the salt. I like the taste that the pepper
Yeah.
is.
Alright,
You
I
know when
guess-
you grind the pepper
Yeah.
on, it gives it
Technically,
a certain taste.
You're not supposed to season the egg before you cook it.
No.
That's what they say, right? If you're gonna do just salt and pepper, wait till afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're doing like an alternative egg, like you're doing you're doing an omelette style, or you're doing
Spanish
maybe
omelette or
a
something.
Jamaican style eggs in the morning.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Some scrambled eggs, and you cook that shit for a while. You know what I'm saying? Onions and peppers and all the goodness if you got the time. Do you know what I mean?
But that's a whole different scenario. We're
Exactly.
talking about a basic scrambled egg.
Basic scrambled egg. You can't
And
mess
you
up,
ruin it.
bruv.
Bruv, did you see?
Give me my money
You
back.
can
You know
mess
what
up
I'm saying?
egg though, because look at that Rasta Kitchen guy.
Who?
Do you remember
Who?
that Rasta guy
Who's that?
Rasta
on
Kitchen?
YouTube? Rasta
Oh
Kitchen.
yeah.
He made scrambled egg.
Scrambled egg.
What?
Scrambled
What?
egg.
Man said scrambled egg.
Yeah, the best egg.
You got the scrambled egg. No, not scrambled egg. Sorry, fried egg.
Oh.
Yeah, he fried that egg. Yeah, until it was just carbon, bruv.
That's
It was soot left in the pan,
Yo,
bruv.
but I bet you, fam, it was delicious.
I bet it was banging
It
because
was
he's not
delicious.
doing it for no reason. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing.
What's incredible about that guy is he doesn't have a cooker. He cooks on the fire. Yeah. Now, if you know about cooking, you know about heat. Yeah. And to know the temperature of that thing and to
Yeah.
know when to use it, bruv. I swear that bread is a what do you call him? He's a caveman G, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
He
it.
knows what he's
Caveman
doing.
G.
He knows
Yeah.
what he's doing with the coals. I rate that guy. Still. What's
Yeah.
his name?
Rasta Kitchen.
Rasta Kitchen, bro. That bread is ill still.
Yeah,
Shout out to Rasta Kitchen. That's crazy.
Bruv, you need to know how to cook.
It's questionable. Yeah, but I know
It's a life
bruv,
skill.
There
bruv.
are so
Like, you
many
need to
people
know.
out there who do not know
I know. And
anything.
it's mad because you know what it is. I learned from my parents.
Mm.
I learned from watching and doing. You know what I'm saying? And just trying. You know what I mean?
you
You
have to
gotta
try.
learn. You gotta learn the season, fam. If it fucks up, it
Trial
fucks up.
and
But now
error.
you know. Yeah, exactly. Trial and error. Now you know.
Burn the chicken. You know what I'm saying? Make the shitty rice, bruv.
Yeah.
Because you know, yeah. you
But
did
next
it
time
wrong,
you're
you
gonna
what
know.
you did.
Be like, alright, cool. I need more of this or less of this. And
That's exactly it, man. Just feel like failure is just a lesson, man. That's all that is. Especially in the kitchen. What are you gonna lose? I mean, I suppose if you're in a tight spot, right, and you ain't got much money to be experimenting with shit, then that's fine, bruv. But
Yeah.
if you have got the time and the energy, bro, I'm telling you, learn, because if you can control what you're putting into your body, that's the best way to eat, bro.
it's true.
Serious, man.
True
Especially
stuff.
if you know what to put in your body.
Yeah, bro. You see that thing about the Ukraine, how they're gonna start chemically castrating pedophiles and rapists?
Oh snap!
Mad thing.
You see, this is. I don't know. Is it a solution? If you're chemically castrated, can you get an erection?
I don't know the answer to be honest, but I'm gonna say no.
Find out, please.
I'm gonna
Can
say no, innit? Like I don't know how innit it'll cut off your circulation.
Because
bro.
if you still can, then it's pointless.
Mm.
Or is it just nullify
What-
the
what's
nullify the knob?
What's the reason they're doing it?
Pedophiles and rapists.
Okay.
So it
Oh,
reduces
just-
libido.
Reduces libido.
What does it do to a man?
I mean, you can reduce someone's libido. If his libido is 10 and you take it down to an 8, you reduced it. But you know what I mean? Did it do the job? Like, what is it? Can he still do the thing? Because if so, then that's pointless, bro.
Yeah, lowers the frequency, strength, and duration of erections.
Jesus.
So
I feel like, do you know what it is? I feel like it will just make them worse in a sense.
I don't know how it will affect them.
Because
something should happen to them.
you know what? We can't go to episodes. on
Yeah, it's true. We
paedophiles.
spoke about this last time.
Let's
We spoke about these
Schools,
guys.
schools.
Let's not do this.
Hear what I'm
Yes.
saying? Did you hear about the woman on the plane?
this crazy. Now, did they say why she did that?
Nah,
I don't know.
she's
I
just
don't think
mad.
it said. I don't know if she was just like drunk or something. I don't know in it, but she went nuts on the plane, bro, and she tried to open.
Yeah, she got
the
fined
exit door
85k.
while they're up in the air, cuz. She tried to
85k.
open the exit door while they're in the air, cuz.
Yeah, mad thing.
And then basically
I would have
they
boxed her
restrained
myself,
They
bro.
restrained her, and it was something like it was something like fighter jets or something had to escort the
It's
plane
scrambled
down.
though.
Maybe I don't know.
Listen,
Bruh.
I don't hit
Long
women.
story short, they slapped her with an 85 grand fine, bruv. That bill is yours, cuz. Take that. You
You know all you gotta do to her?
85 grand.
Just put her in a rear naked choke.
Yeah, choke that.
Put her to sleep.
Yeah, straight up, bulldog.
Then
What?
handcuff her or whatever. Tie her hands up.
Mm.
You didn't have to stay for however
None of
long they
it-
were restraining her on
None
the
of that
seat.
really need to have, like, you didn't need to get fighter jets out, bro. What's
No,
that
just drag her up,
Just restrain her,
put her
bro.
in a rear naked choke, put her to sleep, lay her on the floor, handcuff her, tie her
Do they
mouth.
not- there's not security on planes, is there?
You get air marshals sometimes, but I don't know if that's just
Random,
out of America. I don't know if it's everywhere though. I'm assuming it's everywhere randomly. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for all the people on the plane, it shouldn't have taken how long to put her down?
I don't know. I don't know.
That
If
it
it's a-
caused that much of a situation.
Well, it was long enough for her to make it to the exit and try to open it, bro.
Oh, bruv, she's getting ankle picked, bruv. Do you know what I mean? She's gonna end up on her face.
Bruv, that's
There's
her.
no
innit?
way.
She's got the 85 grand.
I'm
bill,
glad.
cuz.
Well, I'd be glad that she never worked on a plane before because she might have opened the door.
Yeah, but they say that it's physically impossible for you to do it
Oh, really?
because of the
Okay.
pressure.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I guess the air pushing it.
That was a
back
futile
and that,
effort
yeah.
then. She should have read up on that before she tried it.
So,
But if she did, that
it's
would've
a panic
probably,
still. When you see someone
if
going
she-
for that
no,
door.
more likely if she did, that would have just created a vacuum and sucked everyone
way-
out. Straight up. It
plane
went
folded in half.
boom. It would have. It would have just
Yeah.
sucked them out, fam.
No, she didn't possess the strength to do that.
Fam,
Look
they're
at the
lucky that she
strength.
didn't possess that strength.
But still, take that 85.
Imagine if she was
grand.
on that.
Yeah.
Imagine if she was on that.
Hold
What's it, is it bath salts, bro? When they turn into like zombies, bro.
Oh, zombies. Bath
Imagine if she
salts,
was like that.
flacker.
Because they get some mad strengths, bro.
Mm.
I remember that one video that guy was all bent up, fam. Have you seen it where he's in the hospital and he's all bent up like this, fam? He's like a zombie. Just,
Didn't one of them eat someone's face or something like that?
I heard something.
I know
Or
there was.
bath
I know.
salts,
Yeah, I think it was. I think it's the same one. But I remember there was one where the police got there, and then the guy wouldn't stop whatever he was doing, and he ran at them, and they shot him.
Mm.
Yeah, and he just kept getting up and running towards them, and they just shot him bare times.
Jesus.
That's how much of a like zombie state it puts him in, bro.
Bruv, what makes
But
you
yeah,
think-
imagine if she had that, bro, and just ripped it off from brute strength. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you hear about shit like that. People
You do.
actually possessing strength,
Yeah, you do.
like lifting cars and shit
Yeah, you
like
do.
that, bro. when
And
they
you
do
hear
that.
it a lot in times of need.
Yeah.
Like if there's like
Desperation.
Well, 'cause you're
mad
probably just
desperation. Yeah, 'cause you're
ignoring
just like, it's
Your subconscious limits.
yeah, it's mad adrenaline.
Yeah.
As you lift up a car, yeah, to get someone out from underneath it, and you look down and your shins are just smashed, bruv.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you lifted the car, but your bones just could not handle the fucking weight.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But I suppose people do it, don't they?
People who do it.
That's crazy, bruv.
Yeah, I don't know about all
I
that.
don't have scaled fences. You know them ones there. You had a little getaway, and you gotta. You don't think you could? You look at that fence normally, and you'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Word.
You get a little
In
adrenaline,
times of
and it's,
need,
and it's a
you're
hurdle.
gone, cause yeah, like a gazelle jumping the thing. Man.
Yeah, bro. It's a mad thing, that adrenaline. It's like when you have a fight, you don't really feel the pain until it's over.
Mm.
You know?
It's what's the adrenaline set.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like when I fought, obviously I didn't get any bruises,
Mm.
but I felt my jaw.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know, the next
Yeah,
day,
of course.
the next day I woke up, my jaw was hurting.
Of course.
So,
That guy, I remember that fight there. That guy was coming with that. It was like a straight, almost a straight uppercut down the middle. You know what I mean? And I seen he threw it a few times, bro. I was thinking, did he notice that? You know what I mean?
yeah. It's a weird one.
But he was a big.
He was a
fucking
big don still.
Yeah.
Man had no muscle on him still. God, like, he had no muscle. He's like 6'4". It's long, innit? But it's whatever, bro. It's cool. He wasn't that big. He wasn't that much bigger.
French African, bro. Right?
Was he? I don't know. I don't know, bro. I can't even remember his name. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, he charged me to go in there.
What?
I was surprised. I got to the door and it was like, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, bro. They're funny.
Same, I had to pay as well.
I was like, okay.
And it was mad because it was like exhibition.
You know them guys there that run that gym. They're making some money.
You know,
I've seen
that's
it.
actually Nemesis Gym is actually the best gym I've ever been to, in terms of the facilities and that. That's actually the best gym I've ever trained at. Bro.
Nemesis was good because they got the little octagon.
They got
thing
2
there.
rings. They got a load of bags there, speed balls. They got octagon.
They got the gym there.
They got a gym. They got
It's
jiu-jitsu
sick,
mat.
it's sick.
They got all sorts.
I won't
of
lie.
It's sick still. Can't lie. I used to just go there on the weekend and just train there for a few hours. Just doing bags and whatnot. Go on the weights. It's, decent stuff.
What's their cardio like?
What do you mean?
Like, do they like train hard? Like, because Scorpions, they just
Yeah, they
get mad
do,
with
bro.
their
I went
cardio.
to you know what? I don't know what it was, but someone was giving me these bad impressions of Nemesis. But when I actually went there, it was actually good. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, different people, different experiences.
yeah, I went there. It was good, bro. They skipped for like 20 minutes, bro. Yeah, skipping
Nice.
and then doing burpees, and then back
Ooh,
to skipping,
burpees.
and then it's mad. And then you done the drills. Then afterwards, people were sparring after the class. And it was, mad. Still, they got cardio over there. Same like Scorpions, they got good cardio as well. So
Scorpions cardio was good.
cardio is probably the most important thing when you're fighting.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the most important thing out of everything. That comes first. Your cardio, because if you ain't got no cardio, you can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Cardio, and then actually being able to implement what you're training in a fight. So sparring comes after as well. And obviously, if you know your opponent, then you drill certain things.
Yeah.
You know you learn his tendencies from watching his fights, and then you can drill to counter and exploit the tendencies and stuff like that. So.
Just implement it.
Yeah, bro. Those are the 2 most important things, and then it's just drilling good habits. You know what I mean? Getting bad habits gone. But yeah,
Hey, there's fights this weekend, innit?
is it?
Do we know there's any fights happening?
There are fights this weekend.
I know Dos Anjos is squaring up to the English brother. I forget his name. The one that Masvidal hit with the 3-piece and a soda.
With the what?
That brother. With the
Who's
3-piece and a soda.
The English dude?
Yeah, I think he's that guy that was trying to get at Darren Till.
Oh, Leon Edwards.
Leon Edwards. Yes, that's the one. He's fighting Dos Anjos, bruv.
You might win that.
You reckon?
Dos Anjos has been on a
yeah, he's
decline.
fighting Edwards.
This is the thing. He's been on a decline since the whole USADA thing come in.
Yeah, I noticed.
The drug
I
testing.
noticed, yeah.
Because when I saw him
Greg
fighting
Hardy,
Yeah, he was
years
a
ago,
machine.
I saw him fighting and he would not stop.
Tractor. He was a tractor.
Just a machine. Just
Yeah.
kept going. Didn't lose any stamina whatsoever. 5 rounds. And I was thinking, this is not humanly possible. bro. There's some Mexican, you know what I'm saying, going on. And that's exactly what it was. Because now he's getting pieced up.
Shrunk a little. I saw he shrunk.
You know what I
a
mean?
little
He's,
bit.
you know?
Isn't Dylan White fighting this weekend?
Man, like
Is
Dylan
he?
White,
I know. I saw something about that.
I like Dylan White, man. He needs.
Oh no, do you know
shot.
who's fighting? Pacquiao.
Oh yeah.
Pacquiao and Furman. They're fighting.
Right.
Who?
That
Pacquiao and
Keith
Furman.
Furman.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched Performance.
Bruv.
Pacquiao's gonna take it.
I would like to see Pacquiao win. I don't know. I mean, Keith Furman is one of those guys. He's solid. You know what I mean? It's just an age thing for Pacquiao, really. Because in his prime,
What is it, like
yeah,
10-year
I'll give
gap,
it to
innit?
Pacquiao.
I heard he's like hella religious.
He is.
Pacquiao.
That's
Yeah,
why he
Catholic,
came back.
innit?
That's why he came back to fighting, isn't it? Because he said
You know
God
what?
come to him or something.
That's when you forget that, because you think because the Philippines is in Asia that there's not really much Christianity going on, but people forget that they were a Spanish colony, and Spanish are obviously Catholic,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
that's actually mad still.
Mm.
Because I was thinking, like, Filipino people, they got all these Spanish-sounding names. And I'm like, you lot are Asian. Why have you got Spanish names? But then when you do the research,
We hear
into
the language as well. You can
Tagalog it's like a blend of
Yes.
whatever their native tongue is, and then a bit of Spanish thrown in
strange.
here and there.
Strange sounding. Sick
So,
language though.
that's
That's what
mad.
it sounds.
Yeah, because they're like names like De La Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Like Renault and that, La Figuera. That's all like Spanish names.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense.
I was looking up at what the Arabs did back in the day, bro, and the amount
Dead.
of land they took. Yeah,
Arabs were sorry,
oh
bro.
my
They were
days,
on it
bro.
still.
They came across North Africa. They took over Spain.
Talk about the
Portugal
Moors.
Square.
Yeah, the
Bruv.
Moors.
Bruv, there was all man. Them was paying flipping jizya in Spain, fam. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened? I can't remember. I didn't
What is
go as far as the more recent timeline, but I was looking at the Arab Empire and it was fucking huge, bro.
Yeah, it was. And people would forget that Arabs done a lot of slavery. They've done so much slavery, bro. Like, for example, Oz, you know, in his family they've got Afro Turks. And where that comes from is obviously the slavery. Like, the Arabs did the slave trade.
Yeah.
So they were taking slaves from East Africa. And obviously they ended up in Cyprus. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you got people who are Turkish or whatever, but they got black ancestors as well, just because, you know, back in the day they had black slaves in Arabia. So, you know, it's not limited to just Americans or whoever, Spanish, Portuguese, English, taking people from West Africa. There's also Arabs on the other side taking slaves from East Africa as well. So it's all mad. Or what happened is, sometimes they wouldn't just come from East Africa, they'll come from Central Africa, but then they'll be taken across the Sahara to like Arabia. So
Damn.
Mad.
that's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, because people always talk about certain types of slavery and they don't really look that every country took slaves. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah.
As well as everyone had slaves, it was just a thing where people were beneath you. And you could control them, you know, and it just got to a point where they started taking them from specific places.
Bro, it's still happening now, bro. It's just changed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
It's
different
just
now.
developed. It's
Monetary
just, yeah, it's just
slavery.
a different kind of slavery, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's not part of history that's talked about a lot. You know. Yeah, whoever the victors are, they create the story. So you know, it's you know,
Constant power struggle. Constant power struggle of religion and politics.
Yeah.
You know, throughout generations, from the flipping the Crusaders to the Mongols. You know, everybody who
Mongols,
went
bro.
across the Roman Empire. All these people, power changes hands
Yeah, of
all
course.
the damn time, bro. I wonder. This is what makes me think: who is going to take it next? Where does it come? Because currently it is America.
yeah.
China is
Russia's,
sleeping
Rush,
currently.
Russia's up there.
Russia is sniffing around. Do you know what I mean?
Russia's naughty, bro.
Yeah.
Russia's naughty stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It is
But
hard
with
to-
the Moors, that's a little bit of a weird one because
physical.
obviously there's a whole thing of Moors, were they Arab, were they black, and it's both really. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people seem to think that there was no immigration or there was no contact between Arabs and Africans back in the day, because there was probably more contact between Arabs and Africans back then than still going on now. So I mean, there were obviously a large percentage was Arab, and then you had West Africans or whatever that were also part of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about around that desert area, there are all these tribes like the Sahara Desert. You got the Fulani, you got Hausa, you got like the Mandinka on far West Africa, like all these people who are known for being horse riders and whatnot. They were all part of it as well. So you need to think about that. You know, they were part of it. These people they're all Muslim. Like West Africa, I think Islam was in West Africa way before any Christianity was.
Was it?
Yeah. So that's something you need to think about. Like, think about Mansa Musa. He was Muslim.
Man like Mansa Musa, yeah.
Mansa Musa was Muslim. So you know, there's a story about him. He was making the pilgrimage to Mecca, and he completely ruined the economy of all of the places that he was traveling through on his pilgrimage because he was just dropping gold to all the people. That's the story. You know what I'm saying? He was that rich. So
History goes deep.
yeah,
History
does
goes deep,
go
and
deep.
none of us are old enough to fucking know all the
Nah,
shit.
bruv,
That's the problem.
And I
Problem,
don't think
man.
you'll ever truly know, to be honest.
A
with
lot
you.
of it is locked in books.
Yeah,
Locked in books.
but then
and
it's
people.
it's whoever controls the books, though.
Exactly.
And they're right.
You know, I was watching a little while ago. I don't know if you lot want to talk about this, yeah, but I don't know if you lot still pay attention to Speaker's Corner.
no, I don't.
No?
Do you know what?
I
I
got
haven't, watched,
tired
it, I
of
haven't
yelling.
watched it in a while.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what it is? I go in and out of it. Like, I look at it one day, leave it for
Yeah.
a bit. Come
Because
back,
I
see what people are saying.
watched it the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because I went off it as well, and I came back on it because I saw an interesting video
Yeah.
of some people throwing punches and stuff like that,
Mm.
bro. And it's like, I mean, I get it when I was looking at the situations and what caused it. You know, how egos flare, you know, tempers and that. It's just interesting, but places like that need to exist, right? Because it's a place for open dialogue, right, and actual productive discourse where people can discuss
Yeah.
basically things that people always bring up.
Yeah.
You know, where people are talking about
Controversy.
Things that people have
Oh.
issues with.
kill the infidels, when really and truly it's taken completely out of context, and things in the Bible are taken completely out of context because not everyone reads all the shit, right? So places like that need to exist, and I'd like for people to pay more attention to these things because people fear what they don't know about,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
And they don't understand, and places like that are necessary for people to get the information, but at the same time, everything you hear, take with a pinch of salt, bruv. Pink salt, sea salt, whichever salt you fucking want. Do you know what I mean? Just, I think they need to. But anyway,
Do you know
just
what?
for-
What is an infidel?
I don't know.
Because you really need to think about it. yeah?
Define.
Infidel,
Yeah.
a person who has no religion or whose religion is not that of the majority.
Yeah.
So all you're
heretic,
saying is
a heathen.
kill the minorities.
Basically. That's basically what they're saying.
Kill the infidel.
Yeah.
Kill the minorities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's stupid.
There's a lot of those
Of
debates
course.
that happen, man. People are ridiculous in their assumptions about people, because when you think about it, look at Nigeria. Like, what's the percentage of Muslims to Christians?
It must be like, I think there's actually more Muslim than Christian.
You see what I mean?
Slightly, yeah.
Where's the issues? Them man are living side by
Are the,
side. no
are the
problems.
Muslims more in the north?
I think
Obviously,
so.
you got Boko Haram and
Yeah,
all
but
of that
those
stuff
are
going on.
tiny minorities. Tiny minorities of what is actually there. I was watching Gaddafi, yeah, before they killed him.
Yeah.
An interview. He was talking about Al Qaeda and all these. Like, they have no basis for existence. I don't support this. Like, this is nothing to do with us, right? I mean, Dad was telling me yesterday about, you know, when they left school in Libya, everyone got a living wage, you know, a working wage. You know what I mean? People were looked after, and you think, why would they do this to someone who was looking after their people and he was trying to clear Africa of
But
their debt?
they did
was
say
trying
that
to
he
create
done good, though.
Sorry,
They did say that he done good.
Well, this is the thing.
it was a mixture.
It was half and half, because you obviously you got, with every government, you got people who don't like you, and then there's people who do like you. That's just how it is. And obviously, he did do bad things. You
Yeah, of
can't
course.
ignore that.
They all
Yeah,
Obviously
of course.
done
They,
bad things.
they all
And
do.
I don't know enough about
You know what I
it
mean?
to say if he should have stayed there.
Yeah.
But
You can see.
all I know is it's better than what is happening now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? From what I can see, there was infrastructure, you had free healthcare, you had school, you had all that stuff. There was infrastructure, the proper now you're going to the bank and there's no rules.
This is all conspiracy.
There's no
But just imagine, like, he was doing well for his part of Africa because he wanted to create a currency as well that all Africans could use, right? And it was I'm assuming, I think this is what I heard, that it was based on the value of gold.
Yeah.
Right, so do you know what that would do in terms of the global? Wanted to clear Africa of the debt, all this stuff.
Listen,
I'm guessing there are certain people who didn't want things to happen. America painted him on the news. This is the thing about media, is that they can sort of paint you as they want you to look, and if they want you dead, cuz they'll make people cheer for it.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it's fucking.
That's
I
what
wish-
they do. That's what the media does.
I wish I had a copy of the letter I wrote to the BBC, bruv, before this even all happened, bruv. Yeah, I was so annoyed. I didn't even know who to go to, bro. I wrote a letter to the BBC.
You wrote a
Wait,
letter
yeah.
to the BBC.
What
This
about-
was
You need
years
to-
ago.
Yo,
For what?
This is as the Gaddafi, just before the Gaddafi thing was happening.
Mm.
Because I was reading up on it, I was
After
watching
Saddam.
all of this stuff with Gaddafi, yeah? And I was like, okay, this don't make any sense. They're painting Gaddafi as this bad person. And when you actually look into it, first of all, I reckon the main motive for them creating this, taking away Gaddafi is to destabilize the area. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Gaddafi's got a stronghold on it, and he's got the people whipped. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to destabilize that area. Because he wanted to create the African currency backed by gold.
Yeah.
And this was, I don't even know when they killed him. This was before then. I knew about this then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just saw it all happening, and I was like, "This is actually a joke."
What did you write?
I can't remember.
Bro, I need
I
to
was
know
just-
what you wrote.
I was
cuz.
frustrated because
Yeah,
I saw the injustice going. I saw it happening.
How old was you?
When did he get killed? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I wrote the letter still.
Yeah, bro.
Because it was
I need to know what you wrote.
disrespectful.
Yeah,
bro.
of
The
course.
whole thing,
Of course.
the whole death scenario. I mean, Saddam had his last words, and he talking about man, them are monkeys in trees. Do you know what I mean? And then he had his
2011.
little speech on the news.
This was in 2011. So I was I was on this thing from 8 years ago, bro.
I was working.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
So I don't know, man. It's just one of them things. It's so frustrating because I saw what was happening.
Yeah.
And
It's
it was
crazy, man.
annoying.
Because if they want you gone, you're gone. Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly how it is, bro.
Saddam. I mean, like,
If
it's
you don't
interest-
suit the agenda,
like, because
they'll
the
get rid
the
of
9/11 thing had me flipping sucked in for the longest. Yeah, I was thinking, how could it? Why would this happen? Is it possible for man to actually? I suppose it is theoretically possible for somebody to take control of a plane and to smash it into a building and for that building to collapse. Right? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a architect. But it just seemed like it was booky, and the way people spun it, right, to make it look like that. I still don't have an opinion.
do you know
on
what it
whether
is? Like,
happened
because there's a
the
lot of
way they said it.
documentaries on it, innit? And they say it was like a what do you call it? Like
Controlled
a
demolition.
controlled detonation.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Just by the way the actual building fell.
Fell straight down, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's the incredible part of it.
there's
that's
but,
what it
but
is.
there's loads of footage out there as well. But it's like, is it real? Is it being edited? Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
You
it's
think,
it's
how
so
deep? How
yeah.
deep would they go?
Yeah. But then if it let's just say, for example, it was a conspiracy of whoever doing it, like they would have made sure that the whole world has believed that it wasn't,
Yeah.
that it was
It's
it
not
was a terrorist
hard.
attack.
The news, you know, you get certain TV shows to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, you could sway people's opinion. I don't know. The official story is that, you know, some terrorists flew a couple planes into buildings.
What
How
didn't
did they
make-
get the plane?
They took
How
it
did-
over with box cutters apparently, and magically
With
the
box
man's
cutters?
passport was discovered, not far from the scene. One of
I'm
the
not being
same-
funny, yeah.
Ha-
If you try and take over my plane with a box cutter,
Yeah.
I'm risking my life.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
that-
I'm
yeah.
gonna
How
I'm gonna
gonna
smash your
die
head
either
in.
way.
How many
Yeah.
was there on the plane?
I
And
don't know.
I don't mean people. I mean how many like terrorists were meant to be on the plane? Was
Honestly, I
there
don't know.
1, 2?
I don't know.
Bro, because it's like,
It's dodgy, isn't it?
Bro,
Yeah.
either way you're
I
outnumbered.
feel
I don't
like
care.
everyone would have just banged you up.
No,
bro.
listen.
Bro, if I'm going down,
Yeah.
We're going down
I am
anyway.
banging
We're going
you
down.
up, bro.
We're all dying.
It's either me or you.
Bro,
Yeah.
you know the little the mast thing that comes down when the plane falls.
Yeah.
I will wrap the Don's neck around that, fam. You
Listen,
get what I'm saying?
I'm doing
Like
something.
I'm doing everything I can, fam.
There is no way I'm letting you take over this
Yeah,
plane.
something's
Never.
happening. Yeah.
We're landing.
These little bottles of beer.
Bro, I'm doing something. I'll take my can of Coke, turn it into a some pointy end,
I'm mad,
and I'm gonna
bro.
nank you, bro. I'm doing something.
Fuck your box car.
I don't care if I get stabbed.
I'll rip up a Coke can, fam.
Yeah, I don't care if I get stabbed. I'm
Yeah.
killing you.
For real, take a couple cuts. Still.
I'm killing you for that. I might survive that, but you ain't gonna survive the beating. You know what I mean? So
You ain't
It's all
surviving.
crazy.
but-
Yeah, all these random little things happen, man. Like even they said that buildings hit the planes hit the Pentagon as well.
Yeah, they did say that.
and then it disappeared.
And then you got the whole, and then you got the whole footage of
Building 7.
where Bush gets told that
Oh.
it's hit, but then, or is it something like he announced it or something, but it didn't actually happen. Yeah.
I remember the
Do
video.
you remember? You know what I'm
but
on
I don't
about?
remember
Apparently
the-
he
yeah.
announced it or something, but it didn't actually happen yet.
Wow.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah, it was something like that. I remember. But yeah, it's weird, man.
It's
It's
all
definitely
weird.
it's sketchy, isn't it? You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
very sketchy situation,
You know what I'm saying? It is.
and many people have analysed it and still come to the same.
Bro, you'll never know.
Yeah, you're
You'll
never gonna
never
know
know.
unless there's some
It's that raw.
unless there's papers on it that aren't. You know where they have confidential, secret papers that can't be released to the public
Classified.
until a certain amount of time afterwards.
Yeah.
Then you will know, because that happens all the time. Operation whatever it was in America, like all this stuff gets released down the line.
Do you think that they have contingencies for certain things that the public just should not know about?
Yeah, but they shouldn't have known about the Cuban Missile Crisis. They shouldn't have known about all that stuff, but they still found out about it. But it was in a generation where they found out about it like way down the line. Like it's not
Yeah.
to the people who are existing now, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So nothing comes of it. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not something that you put all over the news. You know, they're gonna keep that under wraps. So it's not gonna become a big public outrage type thing. So it's weird because the government can carry out all these secret missions and stuff without the public knowing.
Oh, private military.
Yeah.
Jesus, them
Yeah.
guys, bruv. They're disgusting. Well, I can't say that maybe they do good, maybe they do bad. I don't know, yeah? But all I'm saying is that nobody controls them cunts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got all the shit.
Yeah.
Anything you need something done? You need my man dead? Yeah, it's cool. We're on it. You got the dough? We're there. There are guys, they say...
Was it
look,
Blackwater?
Blackwater, they changed their name now. They're under a different name now, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they changed their name like twice. But either way, those guys answer to no one, right? And there are guys in the military that say, look, man, I remember watching this. He's like, look, anybody who's good in the military is no longer in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah? Why am I going to earn 40 grand a year when I can spend 3 months abroad and make 80 grand, bro? Like, what am I doing? Do you know what I mean? What am I doing? I'll kill that cunt. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I'm trained for this.
Yeah.
Right? Why would you spend your time with Her Majesty's Army when you can make real money? And these guys got, they got mad deals. And I guarantee you that our governments are employing these companies, bruv. They're guarding poppy fields in
they must do.
Afghanistan.
They must do.
They're doing all sorts, bruv.
Don't you think
Because they do things that we don't know about. Bruv.
They do.
100.
Don't you think it's mad how in your country, if you kill someone over a disagreement, you go to prison? But if two governments disagree and you go over to the other side and kill people, it's fine.
It's double standards.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's double standards.
It doesn't matter.
Bruv, at the end of the day, yeah.
That's so weird.
That's how it just is, bro.
Because the government's like, all right, you know what? We all agree that this is a issue that we're willing to kill people over, so you guys can go and kill people.
Yeah.
It's the hero monster thing, bro. Do you know what I mean? The bad guy, the good guy thing. As long as you can paint someone as the bad guy,
There's
you can
never
do
any
whatever the
justice.
hell
Well,
you
actually,
want.
you can.
Hitler was a bad guy. I say that.
There's always a bad guy. They have to make someone the bad guy, bro. Otherwise, what's the point? You can't kill a good guy. Who's gonna support that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's mad.
But
bro.
now with social media, it's a bit more tricky because everyone can communicate. So
so it's harder.
Yeah.
It's harder to paint.
now we
someone.
know, like back in the day. Imagine if back in the day in World War II, when all the Nazis and that was happening, if you could, if someone from over there could speak to someone in Germany who's thinking about being a Nazi, and they gain a connection and like, you know what, it doesn't even make sense, you know. And then that happens on more of a mass scale, then none of that stuff would have happened, didn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? So I think the shrinking of the world,
Yeah, it's gonna help.
yeah,
It's gonna hurt at the same time, you know. It is better though that people can communicate and call people out on their bullshit a lot quicker than they could do before, because any people were getting their information from straight up newspapers back in the day, and you watch the 10 o'clock news, whatever it is, and that's your source of information.
Yeah, the radio.
Unless you read books, but even then, that's
Yeah.
old information.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
new
yeah.
information.
Nothing updated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unless you were actually there, you don't know. Or if you had people who were there, you have no idea. So, I don't know, man. It's all a myth. Yo, that beat that dude made, what's his name? That producer on the MPC.
Oh yeah, it was hard still.
Bro.
Yeah.
It was hard.
That made me want to buy one.
I think Meek Mill, that one. Yeah, bro. That's crazy. Because the MPCs, you're basically playing drums.
Yeah, and you have assigned sounds to each.
Yeah.
Bruv, I'm gonna buy one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy one.
They're 30 still.
That video made me buy one. Hey. Come on.
You know what?
30.
Who destroys this beat, first of all? If you were to take any rappers,
Styles P.
apart from yourselves or anything, any rappers, to like 3 rappers to jump on that,
Okay.
and that creates the best, like, synchronicity.
Oh, my
Yo.
I can't lie,
Where's
yeah.
the-
Straight up, yeah. The one guy I want it on it is Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs
Okay.
is on there. Freddie Gibbs is on there. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? So Freddie.
What?
What? Dead or alive?
Anybody,
Dead
bro.
or
Do
alive?
you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
You gotta think back, bro, to when that kind of sound was big as well.
Play the beat quietly so
Yeah.
so you could get
Let
an
me
idea.
hear this beat.
'Cause this beat is crazy. It goes
It's
back,
nice.
bro.
When I heard that, I thought Styles P immediately.
Did you?
Yeah.
I know what you're
Slow
saying.
down.
I know what you mean still. I can hear
didn't,
stars
you
on
know?
that
I
as
didn't
well.
think stars are. Ooh,
Swear down.
I didn't think stars are. Ooh, man. Think about it.
Yeah, 3 guys.
Think
I
about
can't lie.
who.
This is who I would want on it.
Go
I'm
on.
not even thinking about who I think should jump on. I'm just gonna think of who I'd want on it. Yeah.
Mm.
Freddie Gibbs, 50 Cent.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear 50 on this beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And so many people, fam. It's
Think
hard.
about it, man.
It
Who
is
does
hard.
these kind of tunes? Like,
You can even put Ricky on there.
who?
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Yeah. Oh.
Think
could
about
still.
it. You
You
gotta
could.
think about it, man. Listen, why you think of that? Here's what I'm saying.
Go on.
Rick Ross, Jules Santana.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
You gotta
Okay.
think about it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, go on.
Think about it, boy. Who does? That's a Dipset
Yeah,
beat,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. It's true.
That's a
still.
Dipset beat. No one does it better.
Yeah.
It's true still.
Seriously. So I'm gonna treat Dipset as one person. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Rick Ross, Dipset, yeah. And who's the cherry on top? You know what? I'll throw Papoose in there.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
Think about it. Who
Papoose
does that
is
New
underrated,
York
though.
sampling?
Papoose is very
Do you know what I'm
underrated.
saying?
That is very New York.
Papoose, Rick Ross, Dipset. Think about that, man.
Mm.
They do it. Cam with the
Yeah.
no. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like all them flows, he'll do it, bro.
Yeah, that
They
actually-
do it
yeah,
the best.
That could actually
Jim
work.
Jones, all of that,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh man, yeah, that's good, man. Firstly, I'd put Styles on there.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll put
Okay.
Styles because that's what came to mind when I first heard the beat. Is Styles P. The next, what I would like to hear, possibly Action Bronson, right?
Oh,
Action
okay.
Bronson would add a little flavor, to that, right? Also, I think to top it off, and you give this person the last verse. Oh, I had to pick carefully because in my head I got like 3 people, bruv. I'd say it's really not that deep though. So
Nah, just pick it.
yeah.
I'd slap Buster on there.
Busta
Buster
Rhymes
would
might
be
do.
nasty on there. Still.
I'd slap him on there still.
Buster would be nasty on there. Rex, I'd say.
Rex.
Rex.
Who's that?
You know what, Rex? Play good night from Rex, bro.
I
Are
only play
you
a
mad?
tiny bit because
Yeah, it's true, innit? Yeah, just a short. Bruv, are you mad? Man like Rex, and people don't remember about these guys like Rex, yeah, because he's got mad bars and a flow that no one really uses, right? No, bro. No, bro. No, bro.
Rick's wild. Who's that? I don't know. It weren't on here, bro. I don't know. Hold on.
YouTube that, bro. I was listening to it like 3 days ago, and I was like, this guy is.
Is it REX?
No, I think it's spelled weird, bro. He's got like CK.
Oh,
or
you
something
need to
like that.
allow me. Rex. I don't know who that is, man.
Bruv, don't piss me off, bruv.
I don't know who that is.
I ain't got my phone with me right now.
Who's Rex?
I can't lie, I would do it. I got 3% battery, cause
Who's Rex?
I'll be back, bruv.
Where's Rex? I don't know who Rex is, bro. You know what I mean? We're talking about Jules Santana and Rick Ross and Papoose and Busta Rhymes.
play
You
the
bring
beat
up
though.
Rex.
The beat is
Who's
hard.
Rex?
Who's Rex?
Who's Rex, bruv?
Bruv,
what is that?
Not this.
Nah,
Advert,
bruv, you can't even
advert.
play the adverts on it.
Advert,
I'm
advert,
cutting
advert.
this out, bro. Ooh, hold on.
That's the one.
I don't know who that is. I've never heard that before.
He's hard still.
Good thing.
Alright, we know who Rex is.
DJ Premier.
We know who Rex is.
Here's what I'm saying.
Actually, hold on. I'm swapping Papoose for Jay-Z.
do you know what it is? I ain't gonna lie. I thought Jay-Z, yeah, but it's just like.
It's between Pap and Jay-Z for me.
He's in the building.
Yeah, it's just, I don't
Yeah.
know, it's Jay-Z in it. Like,
Yeah.
you've been on enough beats, guys. You know what I mean? You can't have this one. You know what I'm saying?
I could have bought an apartment in
You know
Dumbo
what,
before it was
Jay-Z-
Dumbo.
Jay-Z's top 10. I would say Jay-Z's top 10, bro.
Jay-Z's hard.
You know what? Let's talk top 5
Jay-Z.
rappers.
No!
I
I can't.
This is
You
too
can't do
difficult.
it. You can't do it.
This is too
No.
difficult.
You can't do it.
Top 5 rappers. No new rappers. No rappers in the last 19 years.
What?
Bro, that's a lot. You
That's
know?
a long time, you know.
Bro, you killed off a lot of people, fam. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So you have to think.
Oh no, bro. No, you need to give me some time.
Yeah,
Give
come
us some
on.
time back.
Alright, man. Let's just do top 5. Right
It's
now.
your
Right
person-
now.
it's
No.
your-
Top 5 right now.
I can't.
Top
I don't
5
know
right
how.
now. And then top 5
How's
greatest
it
of all
Hard.
time.
You know how long I'd have to sit down and listen to
Because
music?
you know what it is, yeah? I can't throw like, because automatically I'm going to throw Tupac and Biggie there.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? But then I
okay.
can't do that because
This is where we're different.
Big Pun. Big L. Big Pun. Do you get what I'm saying?
This is what
Like,
I'm saying.
them
There's
man,
too many.
I can't lie. Big Pun, yeah, he's one of my favourite rappers, bro. Like, he's up there.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
me,
yeah.
bro.
You'd
Do you
have
get
to
what I'm
have
saying?
like a top 5 or top 10 by region.
Bruv.
By region.
Oh, I get what
Bro, you hearing Big Pun, fam?
You'd have to have multiple top 10s.
Bro,
Yeah.
shut up, guys. Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? But
This is the thing.
it's mad.
Alright, go on. So you got Big Pun. Biggie,
I'm Big Pun's up there for me, innit?
Top 5
Yeah,
of all time.
yeah.
You got
For
two
me,
more.
for me.
It's gonna be peak.
It is hard.
Who comes
I'll
first?
tell you what, yeah. I'll tell you the top 5 who are in my head currently, bruv. Do you know what
That's
I mean?
why I said top
Who
5
I
right
think-
now, and then top 5 greatest
cool,
of all time.
Cool,
Right.
cool.
Alright.
Cool. I'm gonna say Big Pun,
Right.
Tupac.
Come on, man.
It's hard, bruv. It's
It
too
is hard. There's so many, fam. There's so many styles, fam. It's just it's
Top
so
5
hard.
of all time. There's only certain people who have been out for long enough for you to consider them all time.
Are we doing like from now and whenever?
Where greatest of all time, and then top 5
All
right
right,
now.
so, all right. Out of your top 10, yeah, would Will Smith come anywhere near there?
Top 10, no, not top 10.
He wouldn't reach my top 10, but I like his vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hard, bro. He is
Yeah,
hard,
yeah,
bro.
I
You
like
can't
that.
say
Is
Will
that-
Smith ain't hard
you know-
because he puts you in that good mood, fam.
When
You
it
get what I'm saying?
when it comes to somebody who's done money in terms of music here, Will Smith has probably done
Yeah. he's
more
done a
than
lot.
most guys
Will Smith is
Yeah.
out
hard,
there in
bro.
terms of music alone,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
which is incredible. And there are different facets to the hip hop. Do you know what I mean? Which is why it's so difficult to create like a top 10 or a top 5. You'd have to actually sit down and actually look at and create
Bruv,
different
you got to break it up into
different
moods.
eras, different
depends what mood-
regions.
depends what
But
mood
if
I'm in
you-
as well.
If you were to say who's your top 5, who would you say?
Top greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna tell you now, Biggie doesn't even make my top 10.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't.
It's not surprising.
I just don't
Yeah.
think he's that good. I think he's good, but
Yeah.
he don't. His music don't hit me
Yeah.
like that.
I hear that.
It's not surprising.
So
yeah.
cool. Yeah, greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Tupac,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah, you got
Mad
it.
story,
You,
yeah.
got it. You
Mad
have to.
vibe.
You got
Yeah.
it. And a revolution.
Yeah.
You got it.
Revolutionary music has meaning.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like you can listen to it and you feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Greatest of all time. 50 Cent.
50.
I can't.
Hold
Well,
on.
you
Top
can't
5
argue,
greatest of
you
all
can't
time.
argue.
50 Cent.
I can't lie.
Legendary.
He's
You
definitely
cannot.
one of my favorites. He's up there for me
Yeah.
as well. I
You
can't lie.
cannot write him off at all. He's
No
top
way.
5.
No way. He's got too many bangers, bro.
Yeah.
So
50
many.
Cent. Now, for me, Game is up there as well.
Game is hard, but I don't know if I'll put him up
When
there
you
like that.
when I really go through his catalog,
He's got
I'm
bangers.
like, this guy is so sick.
When you
He
deep
can
it, yeah,
rap,
he
he
is.
can make tunes.
Mm.
He's been here for time, longevity. Do you know what I'm saying? Game,
Lasted the test of time.
game, cool.
Right.
Now, Rick Ross is in my top 5.
Whoa. Pairs.
I can see why. I can see why.
Oh! Do you know what I'm saying? He's in my top 5.
Yeah, Rick.
Poor Miami. What's the other albums? What's the latest one, man?
Mastermind.
You got Mastermind. You got what's the one with Apple in My Eye on it, man? Rather You Than Me or whatever. You got what's the album with Aston Martin music? There's another album.
Oh yeah, I know the one. I can't remember.
He's
the
got
name,
his music, like the quality of his music.
He makes such like. Do you know what it is? His beats are so luxurious.
Exactly. He's got
Luxurious
that, and then he's
beats.
got the trap side as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
He's got the luxurious
He's
beats.
smart with his
Aston Martin music, Amsterdam, Santorini, Greece, things like that. Just luxurious type sound. I like that. I like the
Yeah.
richness of all of the instruments
Right, yeah,
all
yeah.
coming together. And whoever the producers are, I forgot what they're called. Who are the producers? They're sick. It's like a few people.
Yeah, yeah.
They're sick. So that's number 4, Rick Ross. Yeah. Now, who else is my go-to? J. Cole don't make it. Kendrick don't make it for me. Because we're talking over a longer period of time.
Are we just talking American artists?
No. We'll talk English as well. Hold on, we'll get there. This is another
We'll
get
thing.
there.
You know what I'm
We'll
saying?
get there. Alright, let's say we're talking
No,
American
you
right now.
gotta
Because all of
think
these
about
have been
it.
American. So you gotta
You
think
gotta
about it.
deep it though, like.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Alright.
there's too much.
Now, as much as I don't listen to him now, I'm going to put Eminem.
Okay.
Because you can't deny how good his songs were.
Great,
Uh,
bruv.
He's
You
sick.
can't stop making music now though.
Yeah. So for me, you got Eminem, you got Rick Ross, you got Game, you got 50 Cent, and you got Tupac. Those are the people to me who've proved that they're undeniably.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna make a top 5. This is the 4th top 5 off the top of the head. So
I
there
might
could
do
be
the same.
others that would replace. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Top 5 for me. I'm gonna put in no particular order. Busta Rhymes.
Okay. Yeah.
Very good choice, bruv. You can't deny him, bruv.
He's got everything.
He's got
Makes
flow,
dance tunes.
bangers.
Can't rap with Busta.
You
yeah.
can't.
Then you have to think of guys like Big L. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big L. Come
Big
on,
L
man.
could tell a story. He could make a club tune. He'd do whatever he wanted to do. If we're talking American, this is American.
Yeah.
Talking now. Yeah. So
And his flow.
yeah,
Flow skibbity, cuz.
mad flows. Oh, it's so deep. There's too many guys. But if I were to put another one in there, I gotta say, Action Bronson. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry. He's probably my favorite rapper right now.
Ah.
Yeah, out of all rappers, he's probably my favorite rapper. He's,
Yeah, it
more,
is.
he's more entertaining to me than
Yeah.
anyone else out there right now.
It's because he does other things.
And he does other things.
Because he does the cooking shit
Right,
as well.
yeah. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
it's-
I'm into that.
I see why you choose him. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And then you got, bruv, you know, I like Kendrick, you know. I like Kendrick.
I can't lie. I
He's
like
sick.
Kendrick.
He's very sick.
I can't deny Kendrick's flow, skill, whatever. Fam.
He makes
But
my
I
top
just,
10.
I just don't listen to him like that.
Yeah. He
I,
makes
no,
my
that's a
top
lie. I do. That's a lie. But he doesn't make my top 10.
10. Wow. Okay.
He doesn't. I'm sorry.
Freddie
Gibbs is better than Kendrick.
Gibbs is ill.
And I'm saying that
ill.
Freddie Gibbs is definitely in my top 10.
Yeah,
Do you know what I like as well?
He's
Top
too
10,
much.
definitely.
He's
I'm
too
gonna
much.
put in there. I have to two white boys, yeah, who are sick, bruv. Fucking Yellow Wolf
Yeah.
and Eminem.
Yellow
I'm
Wolf
sorry.
is hard.
Yellow
Yellow Wolf is hard. Do you know what it is though? I wouldn't put him up there in the top 10, but he is hard.
For
like.
me, he's like top 30.
I'm talking.
Do you know what I'm
I don't
saying?
even know if he's there, like, because bro, deep how many rap Ghostface Killer?
This is what I'm saying, guys. Can
Redman,
replace.
Method Man.
You,
Come on.
I literally.
Yeah,
You
but
get what I'm saying?
To make your top 10, you
Alright,
have
cool.
to list out
Fuck it.
all the rappers
This is my
that
top
you
10.
know.
Top 10 right now. Top 5. Sorry, off the spur of the moment. Big Pun, Tupac, Eminem, Redman,
Mm.
and 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Oh, Red. You see what I'm saying?
But
Red,
what you got to
Red.
take into consideration, yeah, when you're making this list is who's got the whole package.
Who has the whole package?
That's why I've put 50 Cent.
Yeah.
So I put Rick Ross. That's why I put certain people because I know they got the full package.
Yeah.
For me, someone like Big Pun,
He's a
I
rapper.
feel like if he's still alive, he would have had the full package for me.
Right.
If
Thing
he
is about
made
Big Pun,
it.
yeah. Big Pun was the one who showed Fat Joe how to make these bangers, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Fat Joe even said it in one interview. He was like, if it weren't for like Pun, do you know what I mean? He showed us how to do this in a sense. Even though he was doing it before Pun,
Yeah.
and he put Pun on.
Yeah.
He was like, he bought the flavour in a sense. Do you get what I'm saying? So
It's-
it's bro, Pun for me is undeniable.
It's hard to compare because back then music was different, you know. And it's
But this is
different
why it's hard to
now.
say.
It's
like,
so hard, bro.
there's too many people.
So that's why you have a list for today. What's your top 5
because
today?
maddest thing is, I'd probably throw Damian Marley in that.
What, as a rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
In a
rapper.
sense.
Because you
Yeah.
could say, you
Bruv.
know, this is another thing with them guys. Them
Bro,
Jamaican
this the
boys.
relatives thing.
Mm.
Bro, he was better than
Oh.
Nas. He's better than Nas on it. I'm sorry, he was.
Smart
Nas is
business.
probably one of the
Carry
best
the
of all time.
language
But
of Egyptian mummies.
do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
If I go, I move.
He was harder, fam.
Yeah.
Like simple as.
Y'all find food for the starving tummies.
Like
They don't
Damian
mind to be
Marley's
used.
like he's there, fam. Like you know what I'm saying?
So who's your top 5 US now?
I can't do it.
What,
I'm
just
sorry.
US? What,
Yeah,
alive
US,
now?
Alive now.
Alright, cool. Freddie Gibbs. As in now and the music that I like now.
Yeah. Who do you listen to now?
Do you know what? Do you know who I be listening to? Big Crit.
I was listening to him yesterday still.
Big Crit still.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's there for me right now. I say lyrically wise, Hopsin.
Hopsin.
Hobson's up there. Yeah.
Don't know.
Either way,
I don't always bang out American music. That's the maddest thing. I
But
don't always bang
that's
out
like
hip hop because
now-
now I listen to just a lot of like I listen
But this
to
is what I'm
everything,
saying.
really. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Partly-
don't focus on hip hop and all that now.
Partly, alright, listen, I'm gonna give you my top 5 Americans.
Nipsey, Kendrick Lamar, Freddie Gibbs, Rick Ross, and who do I don't even listen to a lot of American music now.
That's
the thing.
that's the.
And you know what?
thing as
Right
well.
now, Conway the Machine as well. Yeah.
That's me, bro. Because
Fuck that. What we say in England.
England,
Britain.
that's
Britain,
all I listen
UK.
to now. Who's the greatest of all time in England?
The goat.
Alright.
Hip
I
hop.
can't lie. We're gonna have to section this, bro.
Hip hop, hip
We're
hop.
gonna have to do it into either like lyricism, or just straight bangers, or the full package.
Yeah, bruv, this is too complicated.
Because it's
bruv.
hard.
This is a deep dive episode.
Because
Yeah,
if I'm gonna talk about UK hip hop, I'm throwing Chester P in there.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
lyricist,
Do you know what I'm
lyricist. Who's the lyricist?
Chester P.
Who's the top
Chester.
5
Chester
lyricists?
P is there.
You
I
got
can't
Chester
lie.
P.
You got Dabler.
Dabbler. I've never actually listened to him. I don't know.
Dabbler's good, man.
Dabler's got
good.
flows and he's
Jest?
good.
Jest.
Jest is up there.
High focus in general.
Hi-
High focus in general.
High
Do you know what I mean?
focus.
They're killing the team
Now.
right now, bruv.
Are we just doing hip hop? We adding grime artists to it as well.
Okay, it's
When-
a different thing.
see,
though.
when you start doing
It's a
all
different
this,
thing.
this is
All
when
right,
it
let's
gets
just
mad.
keep it strictly hip hop.
Mm.
Yeah, Jest, Chester P, Dabbler. Who else have we got? Lyricism on that side. I don't even know because I don't really listen to it that much nowadays. Like UK lyricists and that.
Yo, I'll tell you. I'll give you mine. Right, I'm gonna tell you who I've been listening to recently.
Klashnikov.
Klashnikov.
Yeah.
Klashnikov.
Yo,
Low key.
don't mess
Yeah.
with Klashnikov or low key. Yo.
Low key, Akala. Do you know what? Fuck it.
Carla
Low
means
key,
it can't be moved.
low key for me. Yeah, is like, to me, he's like the Tupac of UK, and that's how I real I see it.
You could say that. You could
They're
say
at
that.
his peak because
Bruv,
he's not at his peak
At,
right
at
now.
his peak,
Attention.
at his peak,
It was crazy.
Nah, bro.
The influence he had
Nah, bro.
was mad.
No one in the UK has made an album like he did.
That soundtrack to The Struggle
That was good.
was mad.
Bro, that I don't know, bro. Like that.
When
was
I
just
heard
different,
that,
fam.
it was different.
That
He
was
had a different kind of energy
Fam.
going through his body, bruv.
Fam, word. That was different, fam.
He did.
So he's
What's that like?
definitely.
He
he's
put his
definitely-
whole soul into that,
he-
bruv.
He's definitely UK artist. He's in like my top 3 guys, and that's real. Like.
All right, cool. Grime artist now. Greatest of all time grime
Ooh,
artist.
This is hard because you got fucking Gets, you got Devlin, you got Wiley. Come on, Wiley. Do you get what I'm saying?
You know what? If we split it up, yeah, because we did this before, innit?
Yeah.
We need to split it up. Out of which areas in London, who would win in a grime clash?
In a grime clash.
If we were to pit all the areas against each other, so you got South London, East London, North London, West
Who do
London.
we have in this list? And what? It was 5 from each.
Yeah,
It was 5. Okay. Because we've done this.
yeah, 5 on each side.
I'm not 100% sure where all these people come from though. Which
So,
sides?
Tell me an MC and I'll tell you where they're from. Anyway,
RA.
South,
So
from Brixton.
Okay.
So who we got in South? Who's our top 5 in South that we would enter into the competition?
Top 5 in South. You know, I'd put RA in there because
RA,
simply
definitely.
he's fucking hard. Bro.
Yeah.
Do you know
RA.
what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely in there.
Yeah.
Crept and Conan.
That's 2 people.
But is it
Yeah,
count?
that is 2 people.
Yeah, that's 2 people. Because
They
they're both sick in their own right.
Yeah.
So they can both hold their own.
Mm.
They can both hold their own positions. So you got to either choose who's harder out of the 2 and bang them
Do
in
you know what
there.
it is? On different tunes, they're better than each
Exactly. So why not just have?
other. Alright, scrap them.
Oh,
Where's
okay.
Dave from?
Streatham. You put Streatham in. Would you class him as a grime MC?
Are we doing grime?
Is because he does grime
I know he does grime. But Dave's up there.
in grime. Would you pit him?
Not
Would you
in
put
grime,
him into
not
the
in grime, because he
competition?
doesn't- No, I wouldn't. Not if it came to grime. I
Cool.
wouldn't. I
RA.
wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
We got one.
P Money.
Oh man, like
P
P
Money,
Money. Don't
P
forget
Money.
P Money.
P
Yeah.
Money.
100% P
Yeah.
Money.
RA. P Money. Who else you got? Oh, I would put Crept and Conan in there, man. Slap them in there.
They're from
They're
South.
sick.
They are sick. They are.
We got from South, man.
What about my man? What's his name? He went back to back with fucking P Money, bro. What's his name, bro?
Back to back.
Yeah, talking
Not
about-
back to
Dot
back.
Rotten.
Yeah, Dot Rotten. Where's he from?
Oh, Dot.
Dot. Where's Dot from? 'Cause
He's from Stockwell.
I'd
so
put Dot up there still.
South London.
I
Dot,
put-
Dot Rotten
so you
still.
would put RA,
I put Dot up
Dot
there.
Rotten, P Money.
I'm trying to think who else is from South. don't know. I don't
Who's
know
from
where these
obviously
people
Crept and
from.
Conan's from South. Who's from? Is any Grammy MC from Peckham? You got Sergeant Stats, but I don't know if I put. Would you put him in there? Like as a hard lyricist.
I don't know. He's just recently started doing something in it, and I haven't really
He's
heard
very
much.
hard,
He is hard.
but he's not shown me enough
Yeah.
as the other guys, as much as the other guys.
Where's that brother Jules from? That
Jules.
Koji Radical brother.
Koji
he's-
Radical.
Oh, I
Good,
don't
bro.
know where. I
He's
think he's
good.
from East. He's from
Radical.
East. He's from
He's
East,
from
but he's
East.
not. He's not grime.
He does it all though, innit? He sort of
Oh,
does
I
a bit
don't
of
know.
hip hop and he does some grime stuff.
I don't know, but right now I'm
Yeah.
talking certified grime MCs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm putting P Money, RA, Crept and Conan, and then I'll bang. Who am I gonna?
I can't think who else is from South.
It's the thing. Easter's got a long list of MCs.
Yeah, this is the
That's what I'm
thing.
saying. That's
He's
what
got
I'm
a
saying.
long
So
list.
it's like
Hold on, we need the last person at least. Dot Rotten. We just put Dot Rotten.
Yeah, Dot Rotten, because he's probably
Cool.
sick,
Put
bro.
Dot. Alright, East. Mad thing.
East, there's a lot.
Wiley, D Double, Kano, Devlin, Guess. Like that top 5 right there.
Yeah, just
That's
already.
mad.
you've already
Just
destroyed
already.
the thing. Bro. You've already destroyed the match.
Do we even bother? At North London, they got Skepta,
Are we versing these people?
Jamie,
Are
yeah.
we put?
Skepta, Jamie,
No.
Big
Go
H.
for it. Go for it. Because
Who
I don't
should-
know where these people are from.
All right.
So Wiley,
Done this.
Wiley's there.
Yeah. of
Wiley's
course.
there.
That's East, yeah.
Who else did you say?
So you got Wiley,
Okay.
Kano,
Kano, fam.
Gets.
I can't lie, Gets is there for me.
Gets.
Bruv, his flow, bruv, is just like.
Oh, the D double.
Next level.
Do you know what it is? I like D double,
But
but I wouldn't put him up there.
Really?
I don't know. He is ill. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not ill, but I don't know if I would put him up there.
Devlin.
Devlin for me, I'll put him in there.
Devlin's from Dagenham.
That's
Yeah, he
East,
is.
it's
Is that
East London,
East
Dagenham,
London?
Barking, whatever. It's East London.
Okay.
Yeah,
Devlin's up there as well, though.
Devlin. Alright, if you don't accept D double, who would you put in there from Eastern? Do you know what I'm saying? Because they got a solid like old school batch. But then what about the new ones? Do you know what I'm saying?
Don't know, bruv. I said I don't know. where
I'll just
we
put
got
D double
from.
in there, bruv.
Alright,
Then
slap
North
D-double in
London,
there, slap D-double.
Skepta, Jamie, Big H. Who else is from North?
Chipmunk.
Chipmunk. You know what I'm
Where's
saying?
Ice Kid from?
He's from West.
See, I don't know
Chipmunk.
any West MCs either.
West MC, obviously Ice Kid.
Alright,
AJ
what we
Tracy.
saying about North? Let's do North.
That's what I was doing.
Okay, we went through it. Okay.
But Dirty Goods.
I
You
thought
put
you-
Dirty Goods
I
in
thought you
there.
slapped
He's
his
from
name in.
East, so you could put Dirty Goods in there apart from D double. Aside from D double.
Where's
Crazy
Dizzy from?
Titch.
Where's
Crazy
Dizzy from? Where's
Titch.
Dizzy from? Where's
Oh,
Dizzy
man.
from?
Crazy
Like Titch.
Titch.
Where's Dizzy from? Oh yeah.
We'll take him out of prison
Hey,
for the
when does-
clash.
Yeah,
when
man,
does,
who
when
did
does
it?
Crazy Titch get out of jail?
Oh no,
Bro,
probably like
he's-
2040 or
He's
something.
got a while.
Hey, let me find.
Yeah.
Where's
so-
Dizzy from?
When does Crazy
East.
Titch come out of jail?
Oh man.
Bro, Dizzy.
East has got
Dizzy
it.
and East.
I don't even care who's in West. East has it. Listen, this is how it goes.
Alright, who we put in against each other?
It doesn't matter. It don't matter because at the end of the day, they're all just gonna go back to back or whatever, innit? West goes out first, then North, then South, then East. So East goes on top, they win. South second,
You got them.
North third, West.
But them
last.
up
That's
north
how I think
rappers
it
though.
works. Who? That's
coming
different
in
now.
hard,
But this is
fam.
the
The
thing.
North ones.
They're
Yeah.
If
coming
we're
in
to pit
hard.
London against any of them cities, it's not fair.
Yeah, I hear that.
They might have a couple people just swing it
Yeah,
out,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they just get knocked out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, it's true.
Because it's too overwhelming.
It's true.
It's too much for them. So you got Boogs Malone.
All right, so who clash who then? Who would you put next Lord of the Mics?
Man,
What,
if I
anyone in
could-
the UK?
Yeah. So if you could get anyone.
Hold on. Boogs Malone. Money on the map. Versus Chipmunk.
Oh,
I need that clash. I need to see it live in flesh.
Live in the flesh, yeah, it'll be hard. But I swear they.
Do you know what I'm
I swear-
saying?
I swear they're cool
Boogs,
now.
sorry.
I swear they're cool now.
I don't know.
Boogs Malone.
I didn't know they were beefing. What was the beef about?
Yeah, because they went back and forth innit, with each other.
Okay, what a Twitter thing.
No,
I wear
like,
gun
they-
holsters
they-
with no guns
They
in them.
battled each other. Like, they sent tunes, this tunes.
I drive like Batman.
Yeah.
Bugsy Malone. Bruv. Yeah,
yeah, so-
Bugsy. Nah, Bugsy
So
again.
who clashes Wiley?
Oh man.
Gets. Just
You
to
know
be
what? We
random.
gotta see
Just
what
to be,
happens.
I want to see randomness.
No.
I want to see people against people you wouldn't see.
Gets versus
I want
Wiley.
RA against.
No! RA
Devlin.
versus Gets.
Do you get what I'm saying?
RA versus Gets.
Yeah, that would be dirty. That would be dirty.
RA versus
That'd be dirty.
Gets.
That'd
You
be
know
so
how
gassed.
mad that is?
That'd be so gas.
That's the most gassed.
JK versus.
JK?
JK.
Oh no, man. JK gets spun, bruv.
You reckon?
Yeah, he gets spun by the people that we mentioned.
Yeah,
Who can he
yeah.
come
I'm
up
thinking
against?
like-
P Money, nah.
because-
JK is
because
hard though. Don't get twisted.
he's hard, but-
but he can't. I don't think he lyrics wise he
You
can't
reckon?
go.
No, not with the people that Kano, Wiley, nah.
He
Alright,
could
so-
never go. No.
Who clashes Skepta next?
Skepta.
JME.
No, they're brothers.
I know. That's why it's
They're gonna
interesting.
clash each
That's why
other.
it's interesting.
You
know
know
what I'm
what
saying?
Jamie's buzz be?
No man, that would be interesting. That was it.
Can you remember the clash between Skepta and Devilman? You remember how it went down? innit?
Yeah.
How that could have been a bit different than it than actually.
Skepta
Yeah.
even says it in one of his
Yeah, he
tunes.
does say it still.
Yeah.
It's kind of you know.
Yeah. But JME versus Skepta would be interesting because then
Yeah.
they'll just bring up some childhood stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, that's how. That's how.
Do you know what I'm saying?
JME.
I would actually like to see more clashes. Like actually an organization of where the shit happens. Because you got like Don't Flop. Shout out to Don't Flop. Don't Flop that don't have that like it's good. You know what I'm saying? But it's all written and stuff like that, which is good. And they do some freestyle stuff. I like those, but I want to see more things like this, man. Who organizes it? Is it Jammer?
So Jammer does loads of the
Yeah,
mics,
Jammer
obviously. Does the Don't Flop
Yeah,
thing.
the Don't Flop thing.
I don't know what any other leagues are in England.
Well, there's a lot of American ones in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
America's different though, isn't it? Right now. Yes.
But to put
And
actual
Beasley.
rappers against each other, that would
Most
be interesting to
respected.
see. That would be interesting to do.
Oh, that Joe Budden one, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what against
that was
Total
what's his name?
Slaughter.
Holiday Dylan and
Hol-
no.
Yeah.
The dinner.
You
That
know,
was
Dylan
kind of
and no.
peak still.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't even remember what happened.
I want to
but
see
I
M.
just-
I want to see M do it again.
Yeah.
Like because there's like all this footage you see of him clashing people is like all old shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's not really clear. The audio's
Banana
bad.
for
I love to see what they
You know what I'm
do.
saying?
Like, does the legend still live on? I'd love to see that.
I think give him like a.
Who you give him?
Give
Who'd
him
you give him?
give him 2 days, 2 solid days.
Yeah, but who would you put in front of him, bro?
Oh, what against him?
Yeah.
Do you know who I'd put? Buster.
It's not a clash MC though, but I could see it like back to back.
Yeah.
There'd be a.
Do you know what'd be interesting?
mad storm.
Him and Hobson. Only because Hobson's like his style.
Eminem's got the upper hand.
He's in there like.
It'll be
he's got
interesting
the-
because they're so similar. It'll be interesting because I feel like they'll understand each other's way of thinking. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, and they'll just like tear each other apart. You know
I
what
think Eminem wins just simply from the fact that he's got the whole angle of
I'm boss.
you came
I'm your daddy.
the way you are is because of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got that whole
But
thing.
who'd you put in front of him to shut him down?
Cassidy.
I would have said that if I didn't watch the most recent
Cassidy.
clash.
Cass is mad.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Who did he clash?
Why?
recently?
What? Because of that
Goods.
recent clash you done.
He clashed Goods and he lost.
Goods.
Yeah, Goods.
Well, you're not talking about dirty goods.
No, not dirty.
Nah,
Who's
Goods.
he
it's not-
fucking
it's
clash?
not
It's,
dirty.
it's
Some
American
brother.
League.
Right. Okay.
He's from New York, but he's a sick rapper and he won. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Cassidy was good, but it weren't hitting like that. It weren't hitting as well as Goods was. So yeah, but I would have said that before this clash, but nah.
But who you shut man down? You think we'll shut man
Eminem.
down?
Who shuts down Eminem? I actually don't know. I
This is
actually
the
no.
madness of it.
Hold
This is
on.
the madness of. Oh, where did it?
Bro, slap him in there, AR ab.
AR.
I got a brick,
Breaking down a brick.
a 4-5.
You know what I mean?
4-5. Yeah, man.
That's funny still.
R.I.P. Benny,
That's what I mean.
my
I'd
best
love to just
fiend.
see the most randomest rap battles that you just people you wouldn't
Bruh.
think would ever battle.
Conway the Machine versus.
Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, bro. I'm just
Yeah,
two
bro.
completely opposite people.
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
There are some sick battle rappers out there, man, but I stopped watching it. I don't know. I got bored of.
Could
the-
UK artists take on American
In what sense?
in a rap battle?
Can't sleep on guys, man. I don't think you can sleep on
I
guys.
don't know. I mean, it would be very good to watch. Honestly, I don't know, bro.
The clashing styles are different. This is the
Yeah,
thing.
it would be different. The approach would be different.
UK people clash to get a reaction from the crowd, whereas American people just clash with bars. Obviously, UK can do bars, but at the same time, depends if you're talking the grime MCs or the
Yeah.
hip hop MCs, because grime is gonna obviously do it from the point of view of the crowd,
Yeah, yeah.
like getting a reaction from the crowd, whereas the hip hop is just gonna do straight bars, like wordplay and stuff like that.
Do you think it works the same way on both sides though? That's kind of what the clash is about. The crowd reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the format as well. Are we
Yeah.
doing songs or are we doing in front of a crowd? Because
Yeah.
it's two different things. On a
Yeah,
song,
they
you
are.
use wordplay and bars or whatever.
The tune itself.
Is an actual clash in front
Yeah.
of a crowd. You work it differently.
Yeah.
So it is
The
different.
approach is
Like
different.
someone like Cassidy does so well creating diss songs, and he does well in front of a crowd, but it's nowhere near to how when he records a song, like the level, because he don't know how to work the crowd how battle rappers do. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
Bruv, I want to talk about this woman who headbutted this brother though, fam. The video you man sent me.
yeah, she's cruddy, bro. I don't know what happened.
I'm
but
looking
she
at this
wasn't
bitch.
happy.
Yeah, she runs up on this guy.
Is that the one where? Oh, okay.
She
yeah,
pulls him
yeah.
aside, headbutts him directly.
Yeah, and it starts banging
This
him
is a
up.
woman who has
Hooks.
done this before.
Body
Hits him
hooks.
with hooks.
Yo,
Bro,
she went to
she
the
knows
head,
what she's
body,
doing, cuz.
like Bass Rutten.
Bro, she pulled man aside and headbutted him, fam.
She did a Bass Rutten on man. On her next scene, she
Fam,
threw her whole
Fam,
weight
look at his
into that
face.
bang.
Fam, he's bleeding out. He didn't know what to do, fam.
There's no name on this video, yeah, so we can't like point out where for people to watch it, but it's
It's a
this woman rolls up on this guy, headbutts him, and gives him about 12 left hooks, right hooks, uppercuts, bro,
body shot,
before he can even do anything.
solar
bro.
plexus.
Hits him with everything. We're talking flipping Goku level combinations, bro.
Yeah,
dropped
she
him.
did a mad thing. That was who got beat like that.
I
bro.
don't
didn't even
understand.
know who got beat like that recently, bro.
I'd like to know what kind of woman, right? What kind of woman will run up on you, bruv, and smack you up like
She
that?
looks like
what
she's
has
a-
she seen?
She must have been
What
an
has she
amateur
seen,
boxer
bro?
at some point, bro.
So
Serious.
what has she seen?
Bro,
I want
that
to
could
talk
have
to
been
her,
anything.
bruv.
That could have been anything. He owed her money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She's
what
debt
did you say
collective,
to
fam. That
her,
was debt
man?
collective, fam.
What did
Fam,
you
that could have
say
been
to
her
her?
husband, fam.
She went
Not
to the
like that.
mouth.
He could have been cheating, fam.
It's possible.
And then she just rolled up, headbutted man, banged him up.
Listen, she looks like she went to the mountains and trained with the monks, bro. Came back.
You know when Batman went to train, fam?
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
what
man.
fam.
She
went
adopted
to
the
She went
darkness.
to the League of Shadows, fam. She
Ah,
trained, fam.
She adopted the darkness, fam, like Batman, bro.
Yeah,
Came
yeah.
back strong.
She was
Come
in the
back
hole with
strong,
Bane.
Yeah, bro. She adopted.
Yeah.
I was born in her.
Old time Tom Hardy though, but that brother's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, he's sick still.
Yeah, he's still.
I watched the Cray Twins movie. You lot seen that?
No, I watched the
Crazy.
beginning, but I
Watch
didn't get to finish
it.
it.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Watch it, bruv,
It's
legend.
sick still.
Legend, bro.
It's proper.
Oh, bruv, it's such a fucking entertaining film to watch.
Yeah, he
bruv.
plays it well still.
If it's like historically accurate, bruv, those two were fucking monsters, bruv.
Yeah, they were nuts still.
There was
Yeah.
bare gangsters back in the day, like old school
Yeah.
gangsters, though.
Yeah,
Man.
because obviously they've rivaled the Richardsons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was another
Weren't
brother.
they from Catford?
There was another. They were around that way, yeah.
Mm.
They were around that way.
What's that brother's name? Courtney. What's his
He
name?
was like the
Dave
him.
Courtney.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't know.
I watched him on the Eddie Huang show. Do you remember? Fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
And he came to London and he took him to the Eels place, bro.
Eels. Oh, allow it.
So about pie mash and liquor, fam. Eddie
Man.
Huang's looking at this like what
This
the hell
is
these
disgusting.
boogers on the plate and that, bro.
No. Eels. Who eats that, bro?
It was interesting to see, bro. It was interesting to see because they went to East London and they it shows you like what East London sort of looks like now. I mean, you've got a mixture of sort of Cockney brothers, right? And then you've got a mixture of the Muslim guys. He went to the place where they was playing cricket and that, and he was like, these guys are pushing their agenda on us. Let's get out of here, bro. Then they came to South London, right? And they saw that, South London's legit, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Like these people ain't pushing this shit on us. They actually see the culture. They went to this place where this woman was cooking jerk and that, bruv. You know what I mean? And they sort of see that like London is not like how you'd expect to see.
Yeah.
But the fact is that that Dave Courtney brother, he was supposed to be a bodyguard for the Cray Twins or something.
Yeah.
Was he-
I
what
don't
did he
know.
do?
I don't know. I just see him like he's like a
Yeah.
celebrity gangster. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what he's done, to be honest.
Interesting character, that guy.
Yeah,
He's
I've
like
not
the
seen
last of
anything.
them, at least the ones that people know about.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them old school gangsters now. Just
Mad Frankie Fraser's dead.
oh yeah, Frankie Fraser, innit?
Yeah.
I watched the interview.
He spent most of his life in prison, though. Pretty much.
Did he? Yeah, he
I
was
think
a
he
man,
done
man.
like 6 years of actual dirt, fam.
Just hella dirt over 6 years.
You know, he just squeezed so much in, fam. In
Just
6
done
years.
a madness over 6 years.
But most of his life was in prison, so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wonder what he done in prison, boy. Mad thing.
I don't know, man. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Hearing it, like,
Yeah, man. I'm not. I don't know. Like, I had a point in my life where I was fascinated with gangsters and stuff like that, but not anymore.
Yeah.
It's one of
I like to a certain degree.
You don't
But
find
old
many-
school gangsters, not new
No,
shit.
not
Like,
new
I don't
ones.
really see gangsters.
It's
like
that life,
anymore,
innit?
shit.
You don't see many 70-year-old gangsters, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it gets to a point where you're like, this is too much.
Yeah.
This is just
Yeah.
too much to deal with, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kick back and just sort of live.
Yeah, no, you don't. Because
Yeah.
I watched you know what's mad? The way you say that the Craze were crazy. Someone from the Richardsons, one of the two brothers or whatever. I remember watching an interview where he was like, "Mate, lock me in a room with any of the Cray twins, and trust me, I'm leaving alive." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got people who are equally crazy.
The
at this
Richardsons.
level. Do
The
you know what I'm saying?
The Richardsons were meant to be worse, bro.
Yeah.
They just tortured people. Yeah, they were meant to be just some nuts, bro.
I think the Cray probably had a bit more of a celebrity circle. That's maybe why they're
Yeah,
more known.
that's
Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas the Richardsons, not many people know about the Richardsons. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, there was that murder in it in Catford. One of the Richardsons got shot in a pub in Catford. I can't remember what pub it was.
What do you think about this Lion King business, bro?
Lion
No,
King.
not Lion King. Little Mermaid.
What the
what, the black-
Mermaid
the
or black.
I suppose you can see it from two sides. Yeah, you can say, okay, stick to the original cast and the way the character was portrayed and shit like that. I get that. And there's also the other side of equality and anybody can do anything, and I understand that too. But then there's the thing of why are you purposely like sort of virtue signaling? Like I get it that everybody is equal and everybody should be able to do everything, but you're doing it on purpose now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not something that you're doing naturally. You're actually making a point of doing it, and I think that's what rubs people the wrong way.
Personally,
pissed off.
it doesn't bother me because I don't care about Little Mermaid.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? It doesn't. I don't care, but it's like, how do you put it? It's like if the character is like true to the character. If they're a certain color, then do you know what I mean? Depends how true to the character you want to be. You know what I mean?
Well, because
it's like would you have like James Bond as a black person?
no.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like because James Bond's actual character is a white person. That's like it's like having someone play Nelson Mandela or something, bruv.
Absolutely.
Do you get what I'm saying? As a white person.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Historically, it's wrong. So.
But at the same
Obviously,
time,
Little Mermaid is
at
fantasy,
the same time,
which is
I
why you
don't
can play with it.
actually care.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, you know. I suppose people
Yeah.
just have an opinion and they get outraged for whatever reason. I mean, let them do it, but the only thing I see with that is like just be normal, be natural, man. Stop fucking signaling to everyone that you're fucking righteous, bro.
But at the same time, is it just harmless?
Probably is.
And people are just taking it completely the wrong way. Like they just like
they get pissed off for no reason, man. I
people
don't get
do.
it.
People get pissed off for no reason, bro. They just like
Congratulations, she's getting paid now. Do you know what I mean? Be happy for her. She's making some money.
Listen, yeah.
But her eyes are quite far apart.
Bro,
So I can see why they chose her. She's like she kind of looks like a fish. A little bit.
bro, how's this guy getting released from prison deemed too old to kill again?
Too old to kill again. Can he pull
77-year-old.
How old is he?
77.
Oh, that ain't that old, bro.
I mean, bro, he still looks functional, bro. Do
Let me see.
you know what I'm saying? Like, look at him.
Man can administer a poison.
He could administer a
Them,
poison.
them old creepy doctor types, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like just poisons you.
He could do a madness.
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying?
What do you mean too old to kill again? Russia says cricket is not a sport. No respect. Oh, that's actually
Why
funny.
ain't it a sport?
I doubt they actually play cricket in Russia, to be fair.
I said it's not a sport.
How are you going to call it not a sport?
Why is it not a sport? What's their justification? I need to hear this, fam. Let me see.
The way it's just worded. It's the way it's worded. Russia has officially refused to recognise cricket.
Hey, props to him, man. It's a shit game, bro.
Second most popular sport in the world after football.
Bro, it takes a whole
Really?
day.
What, cricket?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have thought that, you know.
What, in England? You talking?
What in the world?
Russia. Oh no, in the world, second
world.
most
Popular game in
Think
the world.
about it. Who plays cricket, bruv? English people play cricket. Australasia, they play
Sri
cricket.
Lanka.
Asia play cricket.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got to think about football is obviously the most. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I wouldn't have thought that, though.
What about golf?
Golf?
Yeah.
What about, no, there are
Golf?
There are other sports.
If there's anything, if there's anything that's not a sport,
Yo.
it's golf. Do you know what I'm saying?
There are games.
It's definitely
What about
golf.
boxing and that though? Or fighting in general?
Golf is not a sport. It's not a sport if
It's a
old
game.
men can play
That's
it,
true.
bro.
It's a game. It is a game.
Alright, what about
It
fighting?
is a game.
UFC.
Fighting is borderline because now I would class points karate as a sport, but then I wouldn't class MMA as a sport, just because it's like I'd put it to its next category. I'd just say it's fighting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Anything where it's based on points for me is a sport.
Well, yeah.
Whereas, because it's a bit borderline with MMA because you can win by points, but I feel like fighting is different to sport because I think fighting is fighting. Yeah, you get knocked out, game over. You get choked out, whatever, game over. Your leg gets snapped in half, whatever. In it, it's game over, bruv. Yeah. And you know there is some what is it, man? There's some leagues if no one gets knocked out. Yeah, in left way. Was it left way? Not left way. Oh, it's like Muay Thai but with the wraps.
Muay Baran.
No, they don't call it Muay Baran. It's Kardchuk. Kardchuk, yeah. It's like a style of Muay Thai but with wraps instead, like Sagat. If no one loses, if no one gets knocked out, it's a draw. That's how I feel fighting should be, to be fair. Unless someone just gets completely bad, but they just manage to stay up.
Didn't they used to wrap their hands and then dip it in glass?
Wow.
Yeah,
Why
but it
would-
got outlawed because someone died or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. What the fuck?
That's mad, isn't it? That's what
Yeah.
they used to do, though.
But that's like Dambe. You know the
Oh,
Dambe fighting in
bruh.
North Nigeria.
Yeah.
They wrap their hand with the rope.
Bro, they got one hand, fam, free.
Damn
fam,
bay
just
fight.
and
Cannon.
then like a shield, innit?
Yeah.
And then
Because basically the history behind that was the herdsmen used to they had a ritual where they would fight each other. They have like this event where they fight each other, but the hand with the wrap represents the spear, and then their hand at the front that does the blocking and parrying and whatnot is the shield.
Yeah.
So they've taken the spear and the shield out of it, and you replaced it with the fist.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's it called?
Dambe.
Dambe.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff.
What's that other one called that you showed me? The like the big Congolese guys, man, and they're wrestling.
Oh, not Congolese. You're talking about the Senegalese.
That's
and,
it, Senegalese, yeah.
Gambians and that. It's called Luta something, but it's basically West African wrestling.
Yeah, that's
They call it-
that's brutal though.
They
Still,
call it Gidigbo in Nigeria.
Yeah.
They call it Gidigbo. Gidigbo. You know what I'm saying? In Nigeria.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically that is where this just big African dudes smash into each other, punch each other in the clinch.
and then
The
wrestle.
first person on their back loses, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's all about double
Yeah,
leg
it's mad.
takedowns and stuff
but
like
it's
that.
brutal. These guys are massive.
Yeah, they're huge. Though.
They're massive guys, fam.
Big dudes,
Banging each
biggest
other.
dudes you've seen in your life. You know
Yeah,
what I mean,
it's sad.
big black silhouettes. Big black silhouettes with white teeth.
Yeah, shadows on the sand, bruv.
Dad, you want the sun? The shadows in the sand.
Yo,
Oh, fuck, man.
Shadows wrestling. Yeah, bro. But yeah, man, they're big, strong dudes. I remember that video where Kane went out there. Kane Velasquez went out there and he was playing around with these. But he knew
The
everything.
technique, bro. The technique. is-
Yeah. I mean, what they know how to do. But then, because their wrestling doesn't go further
Yeah, exactly.
than
Greco
you land on your
or
back
anything
and that's
like
it.
that,
there's no further wrestling like on your back and stuff like that. So you know, it's a bit more. It's different because it's like MMA before MMA. Because you can punch, you can clinch while standing, and then you can wrestle to an extent. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was like the first kind of form of MMA in a way. Do you know what I mean?
No jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, bro. So I don't know, black silhouettes, yellow feet, yellow foot bottom.
None the wiser podcast. None the wiser podcast. 5 4 3 2 1 0. None the wiser podcast. The podcast crew. None the wiser podcast. 5 4 3 2 1 0. None the wiser podcast.